have a piece of the Great Pyramid that was taken.
Does nobody remember what happened to the crew who discovered King Tut's tomb? If you haven't seen the video I played at the beginning, she basically explains that her son went to Egypt and broke off a piece of the Great Pyramid and brought it back home as a souvenir of sorts. Well, over the course of the following year and a half, their lives would begin to fall apart and her son would even end up passing away. She tries to mail the piece back, but 3 months later, it ends up coming right back to her. So now she's determined to go to Egypt herself to return the piece in hopes that it breaks whatever curse her family has fallen victim to. But this story reminds me so much of what happened to the crew who unearthed King Tut's tomb. The man who financed the excavation was found dead within 3 months after King Tut's mummified body was removed from his burial site. While in Egypt, he had gotten bit by a mosquito, and one day while shaving his face, he reopened the mosquito bite, which led to blood poisoning. And that would be what would claim the very first person of the so-called Pharaoh's curse, which dozens of people supposedly fell victim to. 5 months later, that man's half-brother ultimately died of the same cause after getting dental surgery done. Another man hosted a dinner party at his home in Baltimore where he was showing his friends the items he had collected from King Tut's tomb. About 30 minutes after his guests had left for the evening, his house suddenly went up in flames. He could have escaped the fire, but in desperation to save the manuscript he had been working on, he went back inside and never came out. The name of the manuscript he was trying to save? The Egyptian Book of the Dead. Another man suddenly dropped dead at the age of 46, and that man's father would go on to unalive himself by jumping off from the 7th story of a building. But before doing so, he wrote a note that said, quote, "I have succumbed to a curse which forces me to disappear." The message was allegedly written in his own blood.